Chitradurga is one of the loveliest places in Karnataka which deserves more credit than it's been given. It's one of the very few hill forts in the country which is standing strong till date. The history dates back till 12th century along with many exciting facts. This 7-circled fortress originally had to have 19 gateways, 38 postern-gates, 35 secret entrances and 4 invisible entrances. But not just the history, this fort has lot more to offer you. How to reach? Either by bus or by your own vehicle, take the Express National Highway 47, which connects Bangalore to Pune. Chitradurga is 200 km from Bangalore and it's a good ride of 3 hours. As you start walking upwards, from the official entrance, you will marvel at the simple ingenious of the way in which these walls are constructed. None of the entrances are in straight line and one needs to little snake around the various walls to reach the next gate, which means that the enemy cannot enter the fort directly. Also, the steep stairs makes it even more secure. If you want to know the minute details of the history, yes, the guides here will accompany you for one way of your journey, from the main gate. Obviously, you will get to know more about the historical facts and some good stories about the land. The walls of the fort are fortified by strong stones and one can spot the little spy holes and gun slits on the walls, used to protect and watch over the fort. Along the way, you can spot specific watchtowers as well. There are some oil wells along the way that used to store the oil used for lighting the fort. The fort built during the 17th and 18th century have gone through the hands of several rulers and undergone the transformation. But the fort was expanded during the rule of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Within the fort are temples, masjid, storage for oil and grain and a citadel. Being a place of historical importance, this fort is quite popular among tourists. This place where EKNATHESHWARI PADHA is situated, where people have to offer blood of male buffalo once a year, is a sacrifice for the god. There are several stones inside the premises of Chitradurga Fort. Some stones look like the figures of animals like frogs, elephants, crocodile. As you reach the 7th level, you come to the main square, a place that seems to have been a hub of a lot of activities. Here is the main temple called EKNATHESHWARI temple, and close to it, an unmistakable pillar that was used for hanging swings. You will also see a huge singular pillar which is the Deepastambha or the lamp post. Another important and beautiful sight in this square is the stepwell, which used to be filled with colored water during the festivals like Holi. Now, the most interesting part of this fort is coming up. There is a famous legend associated with this fort. The place famously referred to as Onaka Obavwa Kindi. Along the path, you will see twin tanks. These tanks are over 50 feet deep and have fresh water in it. They are named after the wives of the erstwhile ruler, Madhakari Nayaka. The tanks are called Akka Thangi Honda, after the wives committed suicide by jumping into the tanks after the fort fell to Hyder Ali. Along the path to the Onaka Obavwa Kindi, this place is called Thanniru Doni, a small water stream. This water is constantly cold and sweet. This is the famously referred place in the Chitradurga Fort called Onaka Obavwa Kindi. So what is the legendary story behind this? It is said that this lady Obavwa was keeping a watch while her husband was resting and having a meal in their cave home. She spotted Hyder Ali's soldiers trying to worm their way into the fort through a hole, and she single-handedly started killing them one by one and hiding their bodies. When her husband returned, he saw her standing with a blood-stained pestle and raised an alarm in the fort. Kindi in Kannada means a secret passage, and this term, Onaka Obavva Kindi, refers to the same passage that Obavva protected from the soldiers. Now the time for another legend, and this time from the epic of Mahabharata. For this, you need to head back to the entrance, where the EKNATHESHWARI temple is located. On the opposite side of the temple, on a boulder, you will see another temple. This one is dedicated to Hidimbi, the demon wife of Bhima from one of the Pandavas. As the story goes, the hillock was occupied by a fierce demon Hidimba, along with his sister Hidimbi. The demon was a nuisance for the people around, and Bhima got rid of him and married Hidimbi. His son Ghatottacharya later played a key part in the battle of Mahabharata. This is the only temple that has been dedicated to Hidimbi. The view from the temple of the rest of the city and the fort is beautiful. This Hidambeshwara temple is open only 3 times a year, and those are during Bhima Jayanti, and rest of the time we can just see the outside beauty of the temple. Of the 18 temples in this fort, this is the most prominent temple. The rocks around the town are said to have been part of the arsenal that Bhima and Hidimba used against each other. The Hidimshwara temple displays a tooth of the Rakshasa Hidimba. There is a huge drum here that is said to have belonged to Bhima. Opposite to Hidambeshwara temple, there is another famous temple located. It's called Sri Sampige Siddeshwara Devasthana. It is said to be named after the Sampige tree which was supposedly planted by the ancestors of Chitradurga ruler, Madakari Naika. Along the way to temple, in the right side, this place is ancient MURUGA math. This was the place where Gurukul system of teaching was present. This temple is situated at the base of a massive rock formation. This is the temple's courtyard. On the left is the temple's front wall, and on the right is a square-shaped platform. In the corner is the temple's entrance. As you see, it's nestled under the massive rock formation. There is an inscription at this temple which states that idol belongs to 14th century. Temple is really awesome and gives a great peace of mind as soon as you enter to the temple. Chitradurga Fort, this place is an ultimate feast for your eyes and soul too. It's a unique travel experience. Travel with open mind. Enjoy the fort in the way that interests you the most. Either it be history or adventure or nature, it has everything in it. You will never be disappointed. Such is the beauty of the place. Hope you guys like the video. If yes, kindly support us, subscribe, like, share. We will frequently upload more interesting videos, so please stay tuned. Thank you all for watch the video.